Yeah, from time to time you're going to be going out fishing for toothy critters, pike, muskies, saltwater fish, and you're going to need to tie on a leader because otherwise they're going to bite you off. Now, these are the only soft plastic jerkbaits that I've seen that you can fish not only with light line, but also with heavy bait casting gear with heavy line, and also with a steel leader too, without completely destroying the action of the bait. Instead of using store-bought leaders, which have swivels on and snaps on and all that kind of stuff, what they tend to do is snag up in weeds. They also have a lot of extra weight on them. Now, essentially, the heavier the weight that you put on the baits, the more it will take away from the action. So you want to keep the thing as light as you can. So what we're going to do is show you how to tie your own leaders using 7-strand stainless steel wire. Now, you may think it's a lot of messing about, but I can assure you it's no more work, in fact it's less work, than tying a swivel on monoline or regular line. What we prefer to use is a bulk spool of wire. This is 200 feet of 20 pounds stainless steel, 7-strand stainless steel wire. It also comes on a very informative backing card which gives you the full instructions there. You're also going to need a good pair of side cutters so that you can cut a good clean edge in the wire. You don't want it frayed, and also a pair of pliers to pull the knot right down to cinch it down. You're also going to need an assortment of ball bearing swivels. I have two sizes here. The one I use most often is this smaller one, which is a size 3, but occasionally I'll go up to a size 5. Now, it's not for the extra strength, I want it for the extra weight. What it does, it sort of acts a little bit like when you put a split shot in front of your bait. It will help the bait sort of sink a little bit faster for those situations where you want to fish a little deeper, and I find the extra weight just gives me a little bit more weight to get it down there, but still keeps me well within the normal range of fall rate. Now, what I usually start off doing is cutting off about 18 inches of leader material. Now, I've already tied on to a swivel. I've tied a swivel onto the main line, and I've also tied the stainless steel leader on to the other side. And I'm going to show you how to tie the hook on. Now, you'll notice that the stainless steel leader is actually thinner than the line I'm using. I'm using 20-pound Power Pro here, and the wire is actually thinner than that. So again, it's nothing that will put the fish off. They're so focused on the bait they never even notice this. And what I also do is I use this pretty much, well, almost all the time actually. Okay, some fishermen see using this leader material as an unnecessary extravagance. That isn't the case at all. Where I live up in Ontario, and we get a lot of toothy critters, pike and muskies, and you know, fishing with these baits without a leader can be a very dicey proposition indeed. You know, the fish engulf these baits, so and you never know what you're going to catch. You never know if it's going to be a bass, a walleye, a pike, a muskie. So you know, when the fish engulf the baits, they go through your line so easy it isn't funny. So I use these almost all the time. Anyway, just to get back to tying the leader, what you do is you start off by just doing a very simple overhand knot, just like that, dead simple. Then from there you pull that down till you get a tiny hole. Now, you want the hole to be just big enough that you can pass the line through it, the wire through it. You take your hook, you pass the tag end through the hook, and get the tag end and pass it through the hole that you just made. Nice and easy. From there, what I like to do as well, you know, sometimes it's a bit awkward if your eyesight's not so great. You can make the hole just a tiny bit bigger so you can get it through easy, and then pull it tight right there. What I then do is I get the wire and do another very simple overhand knot and then pull it down. What I then do is get my pliers, grab hold of the tag end, and then pull it right down to cinch it down really tight. So the idea is the second knot actually really reinforces the first one. And what you do then is trim off the excess close to the hook, and then from there just give it a nice good tug. I'm really pulling on this to make sure that it isn't going to come loose when you go fishing. And there you have basically a very simple, easy to tie, very quick. It's not much, it doesn't take much longer than tying line. Simple, compact wire leader that's nice and limp, that doesn't take away from the action of the baits whatsoever, and each leader literally costs you a few cents. They're nowhere near as over-engineered as the ones you buy in stores, and I've caught muskies up to 35 pounds on this. So you know, if you've got a good drag system on your reel and a good rod and good line, you're in good shape. Another big advantage of making your own leaders instead of using the store-bought ones is that you can also use nose weights. Now obviously if you screw the nose weight in, it's still weedless. You can't do that if you have a snap on the end of the leader.
As I said, release is simple. Average muskie from typical Canadian shield type lakes. Nice clean fish. Get her back in the water.